guys? Welcome to another episode of Indie Comix Showcase. I'm here with Michael Watson, and today we will be we will be joined by Danny Cooper of FSK. We're going to be talking about FSK Day and all the awesomeness that comes with FSK. I got my stuff from the FSK Kickstarter, and I hope that you all are doing well today. Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing real good. You still got half a box of stuff. I got another box of stuff out this.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to FSK Day coming up this Friday through Sunday, the big weekend for FSK.
oh yeah, we're looking forward to it too. Doing
So
some final.
sad that I won't be able to be there in person, but I'll be there with you in spirit, man, and in virtual.
Yes, I know we'll have you virtual. It'll be it's going to be a fun day. Very much so. Looking forward to it. Still getting some final stuff together for it or whatnot, but it's all going to be great.
Oh yeah, it's always great whenever comic creators can get together with the fans and their comic creators to talk about the they love so much and just talk about other books in the indie community as well.
Yeah. Oh shoot! Fishley said he can't wait. He's packing the car right now.
Fish, what's going on, man?
Fish is driving down to Tony's house tomorrow. He's gonna crash there. Then they're gonna drive to Columbus on Friday.
Well, that's awesome, man. Getting the Eddie on the team together.
Trying to
Yeah, I mean,
try to get as many people as we possibly could down here that that were willing to travel, that were able to travel. But
we got Danny Cooper coming in to call with us.
There he goes, D Coop. We all rocking our hats. You wanna change the perspective so we all can get on there, Andrew?
Yeah, I'll change it right quick. I don't know how.
They should be right under the screen.
Oh,
Under your main
I got
screen.
it now. I think.
Yeah, you have a few different options.
I'm trying to get it to where it'll drag you up into my position.
There we go. So I fix my head a
little.
little.
Just in the video screen, just grab my screen and drag it over to yours.
Okay.
Yep. What's up, D Cooper?
What's up, guys? Apologies for this slight tardiness on my part. I was across town, had to take my son to get him some new soccer cleats.
New cleats,
all right, man.
Yeah, his foot will not stop growing. It's ridiculous.
I hear that.
His grow quite a bit.
Yeah, his growth is ridiculous. He's going to be way taller than me, and I'm not the tallest, but yeah, he's growing like a weed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, let's get talking about some of the titles that we got going on at FSK.
Well, we're actually at FSK Day. We're going to announce a lot of our titles and our release schedule. I was actually going to send Danny the release schedule and ask if he doctor it up to make it look good. But we have a few books that we're announcing. We got some creatives that we're announcing on the team that are joining us. We'll be introducing you to our new 3-ish creatives that'll be on the team and talking about their books. We're gonna have a few different sizzle reels for a few things that I'm working on right now. Mr. Cooper has put together Fish Lead. What up, Fish?
What's up? There he is, finally. I was waiting for somebody to put me in the show. I had to unpack my microphone out of my bag. I was like, I can't leave you guys out there without a little help. So I figured I just ate my dinner. I'm chilling for a second. So I figured I'd stop in and say, hey, guys.
That's what's up.
We got a special surprise guest with Fish Lee.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be talking about Fish at the show. What about those Lego minifigs that he that he drew?
Man, my news feed is nothing but those Lego minifigs. Like everywhere I scroll, it's just more and more of my own artwork, which is nuts. That's been a lot of fun.
That's gotta feel good.
Oh
yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. All right, so I mean, we're talking about a lot of books
because that name is trademark. They're block characters.
Yeah. Stackable block figures.
Stackable block figures.
That's a fair alternate safe name.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have so much that's going on at FSK Day. I always manage. What books do you want to talk about? Some of the stuff is set to be revealed at the show.
I want to talk about the books that we already know that FSK.
Okay.
Such as Zero Event, Hot Shot, Vigilant, Heroes International was my jumping on point for the whole. Okay, so it would be awesome if we could talk about Heroes International first. Like, what brought you guys to the point to talk about Heroes International? Like just walk us through the concept of International.
The clapback kid.
What up? Hey, man, my boss finally
makes
said I
sense.
could take some time off from comic work. You know what I mean? He's a cool guy. So,
was that your publisher?
Yeah, he's
coming in.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool like that. He said, "Hey, man, take a few minutes. Hop on, show face." I was like, "Bet, cool, thanks." So here I am.
Yeah, I don't think my special assignment I was given is going to get done. I've been doing nothing but running.
Oh, that's fine. I appreciate you trying. Heroes International really is a brainchild of Victor Dandridge. While he was writing Hot Shot, he just, as he's putting the story together, he figured we needed a superhero team that was somewhat in the same vein as the Justice League or the Avengers for our world. And they were kind of just placeholders. And then
sorry, rookie move.
No problem. And then as we started getting further and further in Hot Shot, we started, finding things that we could do with Heroes International.
And Mike, I'm going to jump in here at some point and
go ahead.
express. No, you keep going. But I want to, I think Heroes International has been on a bit of a journey, and I want to give a little bit of insight to some of the conversations, maybe the behind the scenes conversations we've had to a degree. So I'll let you continue. I'll jump in here in a sec.
Oh, absolutely. And so we just, we started figuring out there was more things that we could do with them. Especially the fact that these heroes were called Heroes International. They're from all over. The funny gag is that they're from all over the world, but they all live in America. and we call them Heroes International. But as we started messing with these characters more and more, we, just like with Hot Shot, we wanted to explore what it looked like when you lose the love of your life or whatnot. You don't get back with them. That relationship's over. And we wanted to look at what if the superhero team just wasn't good? Like, we always see these superhero teams when they're good, when all the teamwork works, and
they never fail, they never mess up. Yeah.
Right. How do you get to that point? So we want to start Heroes International off literally at ground zero, with all the mistakes and everything. And they are a fun cast of characters to write. It's my favorite pitch just to say at comic book conventions. I have 100% earn run average on making people laugh every time I give the Heroes International pitch. It never fails. It's a good solid one. But I'll let Danny talk a little bit. But I will say, precursor, we're talking about a lot of this at FSK Day.
Oh yeah. I know. So I think that part of the logistics behind Heroes International and them being this I guess we could call them this rookie team of misfits that as Mike calls in the pitch that they suck, is due to the Zero event. We've got the specific details of the Zero event we're really going to explore in the Zero event miniseries. But what we've revealed so far is that we know that this was an event that essentially brought the extra human superhero population down to zero. So we're picking up in a world that had very experienced superheroes and veterans, and they're all gone. So now we have this team of heroes that step in that have to try to save the day and do the best they can, but they're not the best at what they do. And every team needs a human. So it's real happy with what we have so far. But the other interesting piece of Heroes International is the fact that I remember at one point I had a conversation with Mike, and it was like, many may not know this, but we were actually exploring, moving Heroes International to kind of the potential chopping block, because we were looking at the title and we were like, well, we're really building this universe, and it was challenging for writers to work around a lot of the logistics that we had in place, because we've got this lore we've already established, this universe. And Tony, I know you felt some of the challenge of that, and just with bringing 5-star under that FSK banner, and making it fit as part of that established world,
right?
So we were facing challenges, and I think that the first couple issues of Heroes International was really just these one-off stories that did not feed into that overall world feel that we had in FSK. And we decided that we're not going to cancel the book, but we're going to actually look at bringing it into the FSK verse and make it feel like it's a part of that universe. And I think you can see that with issue 3, where we started with back to basics, and with what we have planned so far with Heroes International, and that impact on the FSK verse. I think a lot of people are going to be excited with some of the things that we're doing, some of the announcements we're going to be releasing this weekend. I'm excited to be writing some of these things, because I get to have fun with some characters and some fun storylines, and I can't wait to get rolling with it.
But Brad Arnie says Heroes International. Gotta love a team with a husky superhero representing.
Absolutely. Yeah, like if we had real superpowers in this
Javon
world, there'd be a whole lot of plus-size heroes flying around.
And Javon Stokes said, I'm still offended. Absolutely. But Javon Stokes says he's still offended that he hasn't gotten invited on your show, Mike.
Yeah, don't be offended, Javon. I'm offended that I fail at several times to remember all the people I want to invite on the show. It's a lot of people I'm cool with, but I want to get on there, man.
The struggle is real, man. We all need producers behind the scenes that are organizing all this stuff and keeping it going. Because me and Tony are both forgetful, and we got full-time jobs working and whatnot. Like, it's hard to remember to get everything, keep in touch with everybody. And even if you schedule a guest ahead of time, if you don't keep in contact with them, they go totally forget that they were supposed to be on the show. And like, be like, oh man, I planned a vacation with my wife. Okay, let me do it from the car.
Yeah, we've been there, done that.
Mike has a producer, and she's a beast. She keeps that man together. His schedule, his guests, his appearances. She be on it. I need one of that. I need some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We could be knocking out the big NBCs and CBSs of the world if we had some people keeping our act together for us.
Right.
Oh.
I know you brought up a Zero event. We will be making a Zero event at FSK.
But yeah, let's talk
I just
about now that we got.
Oh, go ahead. I think we got a delay.
Yeah.
But now that we got Mr. Fish and 5-star here, let's talk about. Oh.
That delay is killing me. I heard let's talk about, and that was it.
Killing me. I think he just wants to hear a bit about your books, how what it was like, how you guys brought it to FSK.
I was going to say, let's talk a little bit 5-star now that we got Mr. Fish and Mr. 5-star here. Let's talk about some 5-star right here, right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's definitely exciting bringing my love child to the FSK world. Having a team, like even last night, we got on a session and we just were brainstorming, throwing things back to one another. Like there's nothing that's better than that. Like having my character part of a bigger label is cool.
Talk a little bit about 5-star.
Go ahead, Tommy.
So having that team and that support and people you can reach out to and be like, yo, what do you think about this? And them tell you. And then obviously having my guy Fish on the art. I'm just super excited to get this relaunch for issue 1 out there.
Oh, man.
The art's going to be beautiful. The story is going to be beautiful. The team backing it is beautiful. The promo is beautiful. The Kickstarter is going to be beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of elements that you don't get when you're doing it on your own.
It's killing me we don't have a couple of copies for FSK Day. Like, man, I would give my shoes right now to have a few copies of that new issue 1 to be able to show off up there because, man, it is going to look so nice. I am so excited to see this thing actually in print. It's going to be a sharp-looking book.
I put the FSK dressing on it last night. Hey, Andrew.
It looked beautiful.
Andrew, you may want to drop out and come back in so it resets your connection. We'll still be here. Just drop out and come back in so your connection can get caught up.
That may work. I've had to do that before myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I am so excited about this relaunch on issue 1. Like, I mean, I was excited to move on to issue 4, but it was the right idea to go back and redo issue 1 and start over from the get-go. And now they're all going to be up to snuff. They're all going to be awesome. They're all going to have the same quality of artwork, and having another go at that first issue gives you a chance to polish it and fix it and make it even better this time around. And being a part of the FSK verse, we get to add in the little Easter eggs in the background to show that this is a part of a bigger world and that there's other stuff going on. And I'm excited.
Danny mentioned like the world building aspect. How do you have 3 issues out of a book and not reference the world that you're in? So I think it was just a great opportunity to take a step back and be like, okay, it's been a little over a year since a 5-star book has come out. We went to one publisher, now we're with another one. So why not just take that opportunity to make it just a fresh relaunch, tie those little things, little Easter eggs into the Hotshot universe, and just have a quality to the book that we want, that we'll be happy to promote and push, and a number one that we're proud to put in people's hands. So why not just take that opportunity and then get together with Danny and Mike and see how we can fit not only 5-star, but these characters that I've got around 5-star who are his supporting cast and characters that I've got planned for the story. How do we fit them and mold them in? And it's been fun. It's been a fun
and it's got to
experience.
fit within the lore that's already been established, like with the
Right.
Zero event that I'm dying to see and find out more about. I can't wait for that series. I'm real excited about that. Like, to have to fit in with that, because you have to fit with that. Everybody in the world knows about this event. So, it's took some work to make it work, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna be very happy with a 5-star book. Once they get it in their hands, it's not the same number one issue that you got a couple years ago.
No.
It's definitely swagged out, and not to say that it wasn't good last time, because it definitely was. It's just Tony and Fish just done something that we got to do with Hotshot 1. We got to re-ink it, recolor it, re-letter it. We got to buff it up, and it's the director's cut now.
And the important part with that, and it's all respect to Tony for you making that decision to say, look, I've got a completed book here, but I want to go back and I want to redo this. Our number ones are still our highest selling books at shows, and I've been adamant that you've got to impress with that first issue if you want them to come back. I fully believe that if an audience likes you, they connect with you as a creator, and they're going to want to support you. I think that's absolutely true. But for those people at the convention that you connect with just because they walk past your table and you convince them to invest in your product, you want to impress them and you want them coming back, and you're definitely going to do that with this first issue. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. There's no shame in selling this one. There's no you got to understand this was, so many years ago. There ain't none of that. You can just put this out and say, hey, boom, here we go.
And it just shows overall growth. I feel like as a creative team, as in my writing journey, because I mean, the first book came out in 2017, so there's really not a whole lot of time. It just shows just the growth that I've had, the people that I've connected with, the things that I've learned. Being able to not be like, nah, this is my project, I'm doing it my way, and pick other people's brains and take stuff from them and really just throw it together and do a dope launch with an issue 1. So
I'm really excited about it. I mean, even my work has gotten a lot better since I started at this whole thing. Like, I'm looking at this sea of books on my wall, and I've been packing up stuff to take for the FSKDAY, and I'm looking back at the first issue that I drew, and it's good, it's solid, but my work is better now, and my storytelling is better, and everything has come around. I'm really excited about the reception 5-star is going to get when this new first issue, man. It's going to be popping. I'm excited about it.
My only hope is that other creators like Mike with their Hotshot and Vigilance don't feel any pressure or feel,
I mean, we've raised the bar. I mean, what am I saying?
I just hope that
all the teams are going to have to, come up to this new bar.
The team, the glue that holds the team together still is firm, and it's cool because we're all winning. I just hope that when the new champ is here, it's okay. Because we're all winners. You know what I mean?
Look at these guys.
Fresh off. Hey, flashbacks to the
number
meme
1.
wars. The great meme wars.
Great.
That was a lot of fun.
Meme wars.
Oh, man.
It was a lot of fun. But we definitely, we're going to be making announcements about Heroes. Zero event, I actually just finished the sizzle reel for Zero event. I just finished the sizzle reel for Fish's book. Excuse me, I'm waiting for one more video clip so I can finish off the rest of this stuff or whatnot. But Hot Shot, we're trying to get another 2 issues out next year, 12 and 13, to finish off the Unforgiven story arc.
Oh yeah.
And if we can really push it, we want to get this one shot issue for 14 out there as well, which is going to be pretty big for us because we're changing something. It's going to be pretty massive, but we'll be announcing what that is at FSKDAY. Unforgiven is a pretty substantial story. I'm hoping that people definitely feel it. There's a lot of emotion in it, and I'm hoping there's a lot of relatability for people in this story arc. Veronica, Lori, Danny have all said as they've been working through the book that it's hard to go through because there's emotions. There's some tough imagery in the book or whatnot. So I just hope it's a story that opens up conversation, dialogue, and I hope you get to go on this journey. And while it's a tough topic, I hope we all enjoy it and where it takes our character Hotshot. So we'll T-Man make his FSK debut. Who is T-Man?
T-Man is my character. He's the first book that I published on my own. You'll see it when we get there. Heck, I'll give you a copy.
Hey, Sarah.
It's funny that you said, like, I would have no problem with it. But T-Man is like a very specific character that fits in his world, and he is the living embodiment of everybody in the universe with Tourette syndrome. And so, like, he fits in a very particular category. Like, I have talked with some friends about their characters guest starring in his second issue when I ever do it, so that there's more characters in his world, there's more heroes, and they're not all just like handicapped heroes. There's like all kinds of regular superheroes. But like, I love the book. I love the reception I got from the book. The letters and stuff I got from kids on that book just broke my heart. Like, I mean, I got a message from this lady in England, and it was a video of her kid flipping out over my book, and I'm just bawling in the car, man. I just broke down. It was so emotional. I really enjoyed it. But since I did that book, I've been so busy illustrating everybody else's book, I haven't had a chance to do another issue yet.
Fish, talking about your book, I'd like to hear more about, a little bit about Green Zone and how that came to be. And, when we started talks with Tony, he was your advocate, man. And he was pushing it. And
he like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I read
that.
through it, and I told Mike, like, I really like this book. This Green Zone, this is really good. And I'd like to hear a little bit more about where it came from and when you started working on it.
Straight up came out of a dream, man. I've got books I have been working on for like 20 years. Straight came up out of a dream. Like, I mean, I woke up out of this dream and had 80% of this in place already, and like the giant 8-foot tall lizard man, and the system, and it just fit. I mean, I woke up in the middle of the night, I got up, I started sketching and made some notes and have been percolating on it. And I had that dream about like 8 years ago, maybe 9 years now. And every time we would go to a con or something, we'd be tabling, I would be talking with friends at the con about this idea and talking it out and talking out the other story ideas that I had, trying to figure out which one I wanted to start on. And eventually my son was like, you've been telling people at cons this story for like 6 years. Somebody else is going to make it if you don't. And then I was talking with Tony on his first episode of 5 Star Fridays. And we're talking about, how I never make time for my own stuff. And then I got finished with one book in like 12 days and had some free time because I planned the whole month for this book. And my wife was like, you need to get started on something of your own. So I sat down and started busting out pages fast. And I just started flooding Tony with page after page after page, because I had the whole thing penciled in like a week, I think. And these pencils were way more detailed than I normally do for my own stuff, when I'm illustrating a book, because a lot of this I was figuring out as I went. Like, some of the characters, like one of the main characters that's in the sizzle reel, I had never gotten the look for her down on paper yet. And I tried a few times and it just wasn't right. And I couldn't figure out what wasn't matching up. And then all of a sudden, when I started working on the book, it just clicked and I got her look right finally. And she looks scary, but she also looks, cute, and, she's real awkward and self-conscious and all this stuff, despite the fact that she's covered in spikes all over her body. And, getting that right thing of, her trying to be tough enough to be a cop, but also insecure and covered in spikes, but still looking feminine and not looking like she has a giant spiky beard. And, like it was a delicate balance to figure all that out. But when I got started on it, man, I started knocking out the pages and it went great. And you've seen how it turned out. I mean, there have been a couple of edits since I knocked all that out, but it went fast.
And I told Mike, and it's not comparing it to these things, but the feelings I got when reading it reminded me of the feelings I got when I read Fables and I watched things like District 9 and your world building. Just, in reading the 32 pages or so that you had there in that first, at least of what I saw initially there, like it felt like this fully fleshed out world. It's man, I think people are going to really like it. It's an enjoyable read. I'm excited to see where you're going to take it.
It struck me as such an interesting world. And, for those that don't know, I go ahead and pitch the book to you now. It's in a world where just about anybody can be born a genome with, superpowers like a mutant, and after enough people went bad and, there were enough bad experiences, they ended up passing this genome law where anybody whose genetic makeup is, more than 2%, 3% off of normal human gets labeled a genome, and you lose all your rights. You lose your citizenship. You're basically a foreigner in your own land. You get stuck in these giant, superpowered ghettos called the blocks. They're these giant overbuilt buildings, to try and stay standing when people can shoot fireballs and lasers when they get mad. And these people are poor and they're broke and they don't have a chance in life, and it's miserable, and they fight and they join gangs, and it's a bad situation. But after bad experiences like trying to integrate the schools and put genomes in regular schools, and a kid got picked on so much that he blew up and took the school with him, genomes are considered supervillains waiting to happen now, and you've got to prove that you're one of the good ones before they'll let you be around normal folks. So if you want to get out of the green zone and you want to get out of the blocks and have a better life, you have to serve the greater good for 5 years. And that's either like in the military, police force, fire department, something. And so you end up with a bunch of genomes that are forced into these jobs that never wanted to be a fireman, never wanted to be a cop, never wanted to go into the army, but this is their only chance of getting a better life. Like Virgil is this 8-foot tall lizard monster. He's terrifying looking. He is the sweetest, kindest, most scared guy in the world. Like, he is not as scary as he looks. Only thing he wants to do is like open a bookstore. That's all he wants in his life. Just to be able to open a little bookstore, and that's it. But he can't do that unless he risks his life for 5 years as a cop first. So he's here against his will, even though he's been treated like crap by the cops his whole life, especially genome cops, because genome cops just have a tough time of it. The humans think you're security guards and treat you like crap. The genomes on the street think you're a race traitor that are fighting against your own kind. And a lot of times the people that make it the 5 years on the force are usually the worst of the worst that enjoy taking their anger out on other people. So, it's a tough job. And the more this world came to life in my mind, and what would it really be like if we had superpowered people around, we would be terrified of them, and we would want to lock that down, and we would want to legislate it out of existence. And, that would be a crappy place to live in reality. And this world came out of that, and there's just so many ripe little places to tell stories. And when you put just regular things into this situation, it becomes so crazy. Like, what happens if you're a late bloomer and you were a human your whole life, and now boop, all of a sudden you're a genome and you're stuck with the monsters and you lost everything that you had. And, you used to live in a penthouse and now you're living in the blocks, and you don't know how to talk to these people. You don't know how to react around them. They're all scary to you. And you don't realize that you're one of the scary looking monsters too. What happens if you're one of the pretty genomes that looks human and could pass as human, and they tend to call them lawn gnomes because, people like to have them around. They're nice to have for decoration. Like, see, I have one as a friend, but you don't really bring them in the house, like they get the token jobs to say, see, we hired a gnome, even though this guy looks normal and maybe he can magnetize paper clips. But, you can have your token hire and say, see, he's in management. And, it just, there's so much stuff going on and so much neat room for story. And, I love it.
I read it and I told Mike, like, yeah, we need this. This is different than anything we have at FSK. We definitely need to bring this in. And we talked with Fish and we've made it happen. I'm so excited to read more of, like, I'm happy because I've already got to read what you had created. So I'm excited to read more of it. It's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm really pumped to read this book. So.
Oh, you're gonna love it, man. It's good. It's good. I'm excited.
But
Yeah,
now
we're very pumped to bring it out.
But how about we get into some hot shot right now?
I just finished reading through all the hot shot I've got, and I'm excited.
So I'm actually, the nice thing is I'm actually on lettering page 12 of Hot Shot 11 now. So, I'll have it done by this weekend. So, it'll be available for digital purchase as of Saturday, I believe, Mike. Is that the day we're going to officially pull that trigger? And then
I can't hang it back up there.
And then, it'll be available for print. We've got to work that out. For those that don't know, there's definitely some challenges in in the U.S. right now, and certain printers are being impacted either by paper shortages or print toner shortages, and that's making it a little challenging to get some of our stuff printed with our normal printer. So we're trying to figure out how to navigate that. But this issue 11 is, I think, hands down the best looking hotshot book. Yeah, I mean, Mike, I know you're real partial and you love 7 and 8 a lot, but Lori and Veronica, they just brought something special to this issue, and I'm having a lot of fun lettering. I'd sent over, I think it was like the first 8 or 9 pages to Mike. I was like, hey, they're in the drive, and he's just like, I just keep staring at them and I keep looking at them. I'm like, I'm hoping that's a good thing. He's like, oh, it's a great thing.
That's an awesome feeling, man. That is an awesome feeling.
Yeah, this is I think we're raising the bar for ourselves with this issue, and we're gonna have to, Mike, you're gonna have to really deliver. And I think you've realized that with some of the decisions you've made this past week, based on what's on your plate, so that you can keep delivering with Hotshot and meeting those expectations.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm always happy after I get an issue finished. I'm like, oh wow, I got a comic done. That's good. Pretty happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lloyd Foster starts banging in those inks, and you're like, damn, that looks good. Then Veronica starts slapping on those colors, like, dang, that looked good. And then it's always the silent assassin. Danny Cooper comes in and graces it with those letters. You're like, that's a comic book, people. That's a book right there. That's a whole entire comic book right there. It's just watching that process and seeing it come together is really great. The Hot Shot series is definitely evolving. It's still on track for its 100 issue mark. Unforgiven has been a story arc that I wanted to throw in here because I felt like Hot Shot was getting too comfortable, and I need to make it uncomfortable. I wanted to get back to some of the stuff that we were doing in the original 6 issues, which were, grounding our stories in reality, but surrounding them with the fantastic. So definitely want to take a seat back there and really ask the question of what makes a hero a hero. are you a hero with or without your powers? And even if you don't do the heroic thing without powers, excuse me, does that change you? Are you weak? Are you a coward? How do you move on from that? So definitely questions that we're trying to ask. And I will tell you, what up, J-Man? I will tell you, issue 10, I really enjoyed doing. I thought it came together nice. Issue 11, I absolutely love. But issue 12, I'm telling you right now, it's personal. Just understand if you've been reading. Understand if you read part 1 and part 2. You know where we're going. You know what we're talking about. Issue 12 is very, very personal to me. And I'm here to. I'm out of bubble gum. All right, that's how I'm gonna put it right there.
Speaking of issue 12, I'm gonna put you on the spot here, Mike. And when do we? I know FSK Day is our main focus right now, but when do we think you'll start those layouts?
Oh, I'm expecting to have issue 12 out for purchase in June of 2022.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, I'm starting layouts after FSK Day.
Okay,
if I can get
great.
it out sooner, I will. We're also, we're going to be talking about our release schedule for next year. There's some books we're just releasing straight to the website, or we might do a 24-hour, stream or 12-hour stream or something to release the book. But some of our books we're going to be shortening our Kickstarters to 2 weeks, just so we get more content out and get things back in.
Oh,
I knew Vic would say something.
I knew. Hey, look, giving myself some room here. As Danny said, I'm making the moves to get more time in the draw.
Yeah, I think Vic, I think you'd be proud of Mike's growth and maturity in some of the decisions he's made the past week or two. And and shout out to Lori and Unlikely Hero Studios, man. They are killing it on Kickstarter, and Lori was adamant, with feedback that it was a tough decision. I think it's scary to feel like, well, if we're going to change our 30-day Kickstarter kind of standard that we follow, and we're going to look to going to with something shorter, they're showing you that it's definitely possible to be successful, and which they just launched another Kickstarter, I think today or yesterday.
Oh
yeah, I know they're going to kill it. So with Lori's kind of giving us,
she's eating up my wallet over there with her. Man, she's eating up my whole budget with all those awesome books she's putting out. Just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Like, somebody needs to hire me to do some more books because I need some more money to buy some more books from her.
Yeah, so it's that's an exciting thing that we're going to approach these shorter Kickstarters next year, and allow us to kind of speed up our release schedule and get more content out from FSK.
Yeah. Lori, I'm glad Danny did say that. We've learned a lot from Lori, just the same way we learned a lot from Sean Mack and Short Fuse Media Group. Just like we've learned a lot of stuff from the indie community as a whole, and trying to put that stuff forward. And there's always a lot of backroom talk between Danny and I, and just trying to figure out what the best moves are. I would also because that comic just keeps sticking out. 6 months, bro. Yes, 6 months, bro. Because we got 10 other books coming out. All right, we got 10 other books coming out. We're giving everybody.
Yeah, we ain't hurting for books coming out. Now that's not the issue. It's just we got a million other books we got to put out too, along with getting it done.
But I would like to think that we have lived and we have learned. We're trying to, the best that we can. We're trying to put the right people in the right places. Vigilance is coming out next year. She'll be in March, her Kickstarter. And that one is going to be, I said what I said. And that one, Vigilance number 4 is going to be the 25th issue produced by Freestyle Comics. So that's going to be an anniversary issue for us. And we're very excited about that. I mean, dude, that's 25 comics by one studio. I'm not saying that that's not possible. There's not a lot of studios that have that. There are some out there. What just happened? Why did everybody else get kicked out?
No, I'm still here. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we're still here. You're just giving you stage.
And there are.
I just figured Mike was like, I want you to
it.
zoom in on my conversation. I want all the focus.
Typical Michael Watson.
This is not my stream. This is not my stream. I am not in control.
You don't even know the name of my band.
There's not a lot of numbers. There's one of them right there. In-house has 25 comics. So I mean, this is a big deal for indies, and we're very excited. We're going to celebrate it in a big way. We are going to increase our alternate cover budget for this one because it is a 25th issue. We've got a few different ideas that we're going to do some things there, but I'm really excited about Vigilance number 4 because we're actually going to see or start to see who Vigilance is underneath the cape. I feel like the first 3 issues pretty much establish who Vigilance is as a superhero, and then we introduce issue. Then we introduce an issue with her in issue 3 that kind of shatters her foundation of confidence and the good faith that she has built up. And we're in this issue. She doesn't suit up one time in this issue, and we're really going to explore and see who she is, what type of woman, what type of person she is when she's not wearing the cape. So it's Stephanie is doing a great job writing it. Like I told her, that book is hers to write as long as she wants to. She can have free dibs on that and just keep going because we're loving what she's doing with the characterization of her. Between now and June, I'll give you the number right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books. 8 books. 8 books.
8 books in 6 months. That ain't bad.
8 books in 6 months. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. I mean, we out here. We out here. We're gonna make it happen. So, but yeah, so I definitely would say, if you guys have been, thirsty for some Vigilance, she's about to come in strong. Lots of reveals with her that we're going through. We're really diving into these characters and like we're going for it. We want to explore things. We want you guys to be excited about it. We want you to say what's happening next. We want you to grab the next issue. But of course, if you want to know more, FSKDAY, 2021. Indie Clear War, just because you said that, I'm gonna do 10.
So Mike, have we officially? Maybe this is one of the things that we'll announce come this weekend at FSKDAY. But have we announced who our? I mean, we know Stephanie Menard is our writer for Vigilance, but have we announced who our artist is?
I mean, Danny, you're the editor-in-chief. Would you like to announce that? Give Danny the screen. Give Danny the spot.
No. I mean,
or you want to say FSKDAY?
Let's save it for FSKDAY. I just want to, because I think we save it for FSKDAY, and I think we give a little.
Don't be giving out all the good.
Some of the artwork.
You're right.
I say we give them some of the artwork.
Right. We're calming down.
Pump your brakes.
A dope
All right,
artist.
I'll give him the screen.
Definitely a dope artist for Vigilance number 4, and moving forward. So, 5. Hold up. We need this void. Vigilance, the hotshot mystery solved, and the Carla problem. Look, the Carla problem has been addressed in the new issue 0 that has been written. All right, you need to back up off of her, Brad.
You're right.
It
addressed the problem that she didn't even once think, I hope Mike's okay. He's missing. There was an explosion at the movie theater. We were going to. No, I'm just mad. He's missing. He's not here. He's late.
She doesn't know what movie theater they were going to.
Don't worry, Brad.
She's on the shelf with
5-star's going to come through and fix all the problems. So.
Wow, for real?
I'm kidding. He'll probably call his mom.
5-star gonna come through.
5-star gonna come through and show Carla how a real hero takes care of her.
No, he don't want those. He definitely does not want those problems.
Hey, this is a family environment.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, he might make her happy. I mean, we are
right.
rebranding the title of 5-star. He's not hiding who he is, so
true.
Maybe should be happy
his
with
identity
that.
right off the rip.
Yeah, no confusion. No, you didn't tell me. Like everybody in the world knows, babe. It's good.
He's gonna be like, "Girl, bye. I read Hot Shot 1 through."
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
Almost make me spit all over my computer, man.
He don't want no problem.
He's gonna be like, "Girl, bye. I seen what you did to my homie Hot Shot. It's a wrap."
But besides the comic books that we'll be talking about, obviously in the comic books that we have on sale there, we are going to have a coloring contest in person and online. We're going to have a create a character contest there. We are going to be doing Kahoot trivia Friday night. 5-Star Fridays is going to cross over Agents of Nerdy Friday night. We're doing a lot of fun things that day. We'll have both of our Vigilance cosplayers will be there. So we'll have photo ops with the kiddos. I'll be bringing props so they can take pictures and pretend they're superheroes. We'll also have the silent auction. So we'll be selling actual pages from the Hot Shot comic book and some other art that we have there. We're doing our prints, which I've got to start that printing process tonight. And if I can find it, because I haven't found it yet, I can find a Guess Who game and reformat it. I've been having trouble finding one. So I got to find it and reformat it. But a lot of cool stuff. We got a lot of indie all-stars coming to this event, man. We have it's walking right now with over 30 people being featured at this event. We're going to do Making and Destroying Worlds as a panel, our classic and then panel. Carla Vindicated comes back. Streamers and online communities, the business of making comics, the VIPs of self-publishing, mastering promotions. That's going to be hosted by Victor Dandridge. And then FSK Now 2022, all the stuff that we have coming out in 2022, our release schedule and announcements about our books and things like that. And then Sunday, we ease it down a little bit. It's a straight all virtual day for Sunday. But we're going to be talking about making a story flow, social media and its impact. We'll have a chat and draw episode featuring Ren McKenzie, Ryan Robinson, and Rodney Fike. I was going to have Fish there, but Fish will be driving back home Sunday. So he won't be able to join us. Colorism and Media Today, Women in Comics, and an Anthologies panel as well. So I think we have a little bit of something for everybody. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, you definitely need to come down and hang out with us. Get your books signed. We're fully stocked on everything. Ryan Robinson will be in the building. So definitely come check them out. Fish Lee, Tony Clapper will be in the building. Come check them out. Mason Easley will be joining us as well. Come check him out. We got what else we got coming down? Andy Cordy, Shaggy is coming down here to hang out with us. Veronica Smith is coming down here to hang out with us. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. My mom is going to be down here.
We're all sleeping at Mike's house.
Mike's house
Mom's
is
making us all breakfast. Yep.
Mike's house is stacked. Yeah, we got plenty of books with the FSK logos on them. We're stocked on that. So
hey, Mike, I know. Definitely talking about what we're bringing to FSK Day, but I think it would be show a little love to Comic Town, who this is the third event that they've opened their doors to us and allowed us to come in and set up. And the Comic Town was great. Ryan, he's amazing there at Comic Town. And if you guys aren't familiar with who Comic Town is, just look them up. worldofcomictown.com. They've got a fantastic online store, so definitely check that out. And then also their well-known Black, White, and Red All Over YouTube show with Victor Dandridge. Definitely want to check that out. But yeah, much love to Comic Town for bringing us in for a third time.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, and they also have another event that'll be going on there. Aftershock Comics will be there with us. Nerd Soul is going to be featured and hosting a panel for us that we're looking forward to as well. So, Moana McAdams is going to be in the building. The Moana Nui podcast is going to be down there. Russell Nolte. Robert Jeffrey. Danny J. Quick. We have all your favorite indie people.
Mm-hmm.
If you are an indie comic book fan, we have them all. No, not
it's
all
going
of them.
Down.
Some people
half the TikTok's going to be there with Danny J. Quick being there, man.
Right. So that's all I got. I need to shut up, and I probably should get off of here before I spill the beans, because I do need to save stuff for FSK Day.
You probably should.
I still got some packing I gotta do before I head out in the morning. So yeah.
Me and Fish having a sleepover tomorrow.
But yeah, is that about it, guys?
Yeah.
Because if that's it, go and check out FSK Day this Friday through Sunday on Civic Art, all that, and he'll be at Comic in Columbus, Ohio, doing his show Friday and Saturday. And go and check out their website, FSKnow.com. Guys, hit them up. Here.
Yeah, you can find us at FSK Now, our brand new website, FSKnow.com. For all your FSK stuff. We have new merch that was just created this month that you go check out. I'm Most Epic, aka the most enthusiastic person in comics. So you can find me on all social media like that. You guys want to drop your socials, your social medias and stuff?
I'm Mr. Fish Comics everywhere. Sometimes there's dots between it, sometimes there's underscores, but it's Mr. Fish Comics everywhere. There's some dude that makes a stupid little comic about a man and a woman fish that beat me to it on Instagram, and that bugs me. But anyway, I'm Mr. Fish Comics everywhere. And anyway, check me out. Check me out on TikTok. Give me a follow. I could use it.
We're also on 5 Star Fridays everywhere.
Indeed.
And Tony Clapper on Facebook. Sorry, my kids are in the background. But Tony Clapper on FB. So, Danny?
Yeah, I'm the worst with this. I do most of my stuff just from my personal page on Facebook, Danny R. Cooper. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I've got also a page on there for Facebook for The Office Geek. You can find me on that as well. But yeah, just the best way to follow me is just to follow me on Facebook under my personal profile.
And my social is Lightning Storm TV across the board and Andrew Duggan on Facebook. So yeah, this is it. Tune in for another episode whenever. And yeah, this has been Indie Comix Showcase.